Talk to Me with Adedoja Allen.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Talk to Me with myself, Adedoja Allen. I'm the MD CEO of City 1051 FM. You can stream us live by visiting our website at www.city, that's CITY1051fm.com, or on Mixlr at City 1051 FM. Our City is spelled CITY. To listen live, listen on the go. You can also go to any Google Play Store or iOS store and search for City 1051 FM to download the City FM app and listen on the go. Yeah. You can watch us live on my personal handle at Doja Allen and on YouTube at City 1051. So you see that we got your back. So go ahead, click on any of these handles and just join the conversation tonight. So on this show, as you all know, we delve into and discuss marriage and its complexities. Honestly, by the day or by the week, when I produce this or when I present this show, I really realize that marriage has got its complexities, but God help us. So we've had several discussions that borders on building and sustaining healthy marriages, topics ranging from communication in marriage, 5 love languages, infidelity, infertility, intimacy, sex, abuse, finance, family planning, a word for the singles, age gap in marriage, power of apology in marriage, before you say I do, what do women want, what do men want, marriage issues. We talked about common marriage problems, just to name a few. And the objective of this show particularly is to share your experience in your marriage, share real life issues, what we go through day to day, the complexities of marriage, and then offer counsel, godly counsel, that will help build that godly marriage, strengthen the family systems, and a marriage that will be enjoyable to both spouses and produce godly children. Nowadays, we see the effect of bad marriage and bad parenting in the lives of boys and girls, and we want to avoid too many of such episodes from occurring. So this is why we have been bringing, we've talked about all those topics generally. We've brought experts to, dissect the topics for us. We've given counsel, and now we're bringing real life experiences of couples who are willing to share their stories on the show. Of course, they remain anonymous. We give our best advice and hope that we can learn from their experience. As I always say, it is better for us to learn from other people's experience than allow it to happen to ourselves. Okay, so let's learn from their own experiences and take a cue from it. So, do you have a story you'd like to share with me? I want to hear all about it, no matter how bad it is. Just send me an email. I'm here to listen. Talk to me. The email address is talk to me, one word, at city1051fm.com. Or send it via WhatsApp on 0909-916-4403. And then we'll do our best to help give good counsel. We'll also do our best to ensure that we publicize or present your story, and then, offer the counsel that is necessary or is due. So tonight I'm going to share another case, and I want your honest opinion. These things happen. Marriage, honestly, really, really has its complexities. By the week, I get really weak, and I'm like, wow. But hey, what do we have to do? We have to do what we have to do and just discuss this, dissect this, and keep it moving. So tonight, the title. The title is "My Marriage is Under Fire. I slept with my brother-in-law." So a lady sent this in. A marriage is under fire because she slept with her brother-in-law. So let's see what happened. How did this happen? What led to her sleeping with her brother-in-law? Take a listen. Good day, ma'am. I need your advice, please. I'm a married woman with 2 children. My husband is 13 years older than me. He was first married, but he got divorced after the woman left him with their son and followed one of his business partners. So as a result of that, my husband talks bitterly about women who cheat on their husbands. I know it's something that he cannot forgive easily. About 4 years ago, 2 years after my second child was born, our sex life began to dwindle. It's not like it was an everyday affair before. It's not like it was an everyday affair before, but I just realized that it was showing less interest in sex. And when it did, maybe like once a month, it would not last more than 2 minutes. I became worried and started looking for solutions because I thought it's something that drugs can help. As we were doing all this, or as they were doing all this, he developed BP and was advised against taking certain drugs that he was taking to boost his performance. So that meant I became sexually starved and I was getting more and more frustrated. Our issues became more and more because of this. We were always quarreling, but after counseling by a GO, I decided to leave the matter and be praying to God to heal my husband. That is how I have been in a sexless marriage for the last 4 years out of 8 years of our marriage. Well, something happened. My husband's younger brother came to live with us last month. The boy just finished his training with his master and wants my husband to help him establish a shop, which my husband promised he will help him with. He opened the shop, but accommodation was expensive, so my husband said he can stay with us until he can afford a place to stay. This, my husband's brother, used to assist me whenever he's back from his shop. One day, my husband traveled, and this boy came back from his shop. He greeted me, and as I was watching a movie in the parlor, he went to take his food in the kitchen as usual. Then he sat beside me and then began to eat. The movie had some romantic scenes of which I was a bit uncomfortable watching with my brother-in-law. I got up to go and have my bath to sleep. While in the bathroom, this boy came in and we had sex. We had sex for the 4 days that my husband was not around. Since then, I became afraid and I started feeling guilty. I told him to leave my house, but he threatened to tell his brother about us. I was like, if you do, your brother will send you out. But it made me realize that his brother can only send him away, but his brother will divorce me, which is true. My husband divorced his first wife because of cheating. So I know that he will be too disappointed if he finds out what I did. And he will definitely send me away. So I have no choice but to keep quiet. My husband told me he was traveling day before yesterday again. I had to lock my door last 2 nights, and put a big chair against it before I can sleep because I do not want to be tempted to have sex with my brother-in-law. Again, I'm also so scared because every day I lust over my brother-in-law, and at the same time I'm filled with guilt. How do I just explain this horrible thing to anyone for them to believe I just cannot help myself? My own husband's brother is sleeping with me and is still living inside my house. This is a serious threat. What do I do, please? How do I make him leave my house before something happens again? How do I get rid of this sinful feeling? Anonymous. Numbers to call 07001051 1051 0909 916 4403. Hello, good evening. Hello. Oh, we lost that call there. Numbers to call 07001051 1051 0909 916 4403. These are the numbers to call. Let's have a discussion. Hello. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm happy to get through this evening.
Okay. Have you always been trying?
Yes, I always do. I just got the number. Please be calling the number slowly for us.
Sorry about that. I will. I'll call it slowly.
So this issue, madam.
Now, wow.
I'm happy to be on radio this evening.
Okay.
I want to remain anonymous.
Okay. All right.
See, See, that woman can never hide this thing forever. She has become slave to the brother-in-law. And nobody lose two times. Nobody lose two times. You can only lose once. For me, the best advice I can give to that woman is to go ahead of that brother-in-law. Go ahead of the brother-in-law and blow the trumpet.
So she should tell her husband about what she has done.
Simple. It may be difficult. It may be the worst thing to do on earth. But the best thing to be free from that, because the guy is now going to be using advantage on her. Her heart is going to be going back to the boy, and the boy is going to be doing everything possible to get the woman to the bed. Everything possible. He's definitely going to do everything possible to get the woman back to bed. So please, I'm begging the woman, if she's hearing me, it's better she lose that marriage than to continue with that brother-in-law relationship and still living with the husband. If the husband find out, which he will do one day, I don't know when, I don't know the year, but definitely he's going to find out, and that will be the worst part of it. I also want to share my own personal experience. I was also having issue on my own marriage. This one, my own wife was the one abusing me, doing all manner of things. I was begging. I kneeled down for her, begged for a good relationship, for good marriage. I kneeled down, begged for sex to no avail until one day I couldn't take it. When I was kneeling down begging for sex, I was begging her to give me the sex. She refused. And I told her that if I stood up from my knee, that something else could happen. And somehow I had another lady, and unfortunately the lady got pregnant. I couldn't hide it. I blew the trumpet, because if I did not blow the trumpet, something worse could come out of it. I blew the trumpet. I know that the thing affected me negatively, affected the marriage negatively, but today I'm free. I don't have anything to hide. She know about it. She know about the child. And every other person, both the church, know about it. So, please, I'm pleading, I'm kneeling down for that woman to blow the trumpet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, regardless of the fact that she knows that her husband is going to send her packing, she should still tell him, right?
You should go and tell the husband
and do the right thing. Yes.
Yes, forget about keeping it.
Yeah.
She can't keep it, and that boy is not going to leave. But if she takes that boy unaware, it's better she takes the boy unaware.
Yeah.
Because as it is now, the boy is going to sink to the house, do everything possible. The woman is slave to the boy as it is now. And she cannot continue with it. She can't afford it.
Right. So in your own story, you are still married, right, to the woman?
Yes.
So this is encouraging.
But, we are separated for a while now because the thing became much. At the time, people, she's a woman. People believed her. We went around, police, all manner of places, human rights. But she never won a case because, they would be plain, not like churches are always sentimental, madam. But the people outside, they will always want to hear the truth and not hear the truth.
Why was she denying you sex? Any particular reason?
It's not a personal character. She has this personality disorder, and again, she doesn't want to associate with my family. My family will be texting her, doing everything to get her. Even to get her, my mother will be calling her on phone. She will not pick her phone call. My family members will call her. She will not pick. How will I know that my family members are calling her? I will be with her phone with the ring. Pick your phone. She will not. Then my family member will not call my phone that they are calling my wife. She's not picking up. I will not give my wife phone that they are calling you. She will refuse in my own presence to pick that call. It's just a character trait. It's personality issue.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. I'll call you Mr. Anonymous. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, good evening, ma.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm happy to at least to greet you today.
Okay, all right. What's your name? Tell me your name.
My name is Mr. Christian.
Your name is Mr.
Calling
Christian.
Calling from Third Mainland Bridge.
Calling from Third Mainland Bridge. All right. So talk to me. What do you have to share?
All right.
Hello? Yeah, Mr. Christian, are you there? Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
hearing
go
you.
on.
Is based on the issue at hand. I think the lady needs to actually call the husband, sit the husband down and explain everything before the brother-in-law or the wife.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Thank you. So I've had
Well,
two callers there who have advised that she should sit her husband uh, down and talk to and tell him rather about everything. There's a possibility that the brother-in-law will blackmail her continually if she doesn't. So you see, I'm now thinking from those two colors. Well, I think the first one actually was very clear. But I'm thinking that why is the advice that she should go? Of course, it's the right thing to do. But is it to save her marriage, or is it to show that, to express remorse and repentance? You know what I mean? On what basis are we actually, from where or from what angle are we actually advising her to do that? Hello? Good evening.
Hello,
What's
good
your
evening,
name?
ma'am.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is
Okay, could you turn down the volume of your radio, please?
Yeah, I've done that already.
Yes, please. All right. Thank you. Omo Tola, go ahead.
How are you, man?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Yeah, thank you, man. So I really so much interest in this topic tonight. Okay. In first place, I wanted to ask, I hope the woman, she has a kids.
Again?
I mean, she has a kids, or maybe you have a children or something like that.
They have,
The woman.
yes, I think they have 2 or 3 children. They have kids. Yes, they do.
3?
She does. She has children for him.
Okay, you have children for your husband.
Yes, she does. She has children for the husband. Yes.
Okay, okay. And they are staying under the roof together with
Yes.
the brother-in-law.
Yes, they are.
Because to me, so because I'm a married man also, because I have a similar something, or not quite something like that. But
Tell
my
us.
own advice
Tell
is
us.
to
Tell us your similar story.
Sorry, but I will DM you. After the program.
Say that again?
So I will let you know. I will DM you after the program. I don't
Okay.
want to go
All right.
along.
Okay, go ahead. So what do you advise?
So my own advice, I prefer that she just open up.
Okay, so
To
she
see
should
her
open up.
marriage.
Okay.
Exactly, to save her marriage and to save her life also.
Yeah, yeah.
And the children, that's the first thing I have. You see how the children for your husband? So
Yes.
if you say this, I like the children because his brother-in-law can go to any length to get him down. Yes.
So my question is not so much because of the brother-in-law, but because it is the right thing to do. So I want us to emphasize that. So whether or not we could actually think that the brother-in-law could blackmail her, and he might not blackmail her. He might just decide to let it go, and save her and save his brother's marriage. But I think that we need to look at it from the angle of it is the right thing to do for her to open up to her husband, seek for his forgiveness, repent, and just not bother to and not go back to doing it again.
Yeah.
She
I
shouldn't.
will forgive her now.
Yeah. Well, she said he
Yeah.
won't, but she might be lucky. She should pray
She might be
about
lucky,
it. Yeah.
Well,
And it
I
might
always say something about more. I'm not the first time on this program. I used to say something like, "What God cannot do does not exist."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
one thing is one child. I'm not going to put it there. I don't understand because of what happened to her husband. Because she maybe the first wife divorced or something like that.
Yes,
Maybe
you
she
know,
come
you
out,
know, the man divorced the first wife from
I
cheating.
understand because
Yes.
what happened?
So
Because maybe
she's,
I cheat on her or
Yes.
something, cheat on
Yeah.
yeah. So because our brother-in-law have already know what is happening. So that's why what it is that okay, fine, you can go ahead. Try to cheat out of the
Yeah.
house, but you will.
it's such a pity, though. I really feel for her. Thank you so much, Amotola. Thank you for
You're
your
welcome.
contribution tonight. I really, really feel for her. I mean, I can't even judge her Neither can I. I don't know. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Sure Hope.
It's who?
Sure Hope.
Sure Hope.
Yes.
All right, sir. Talk to me.
I'm calling from Ojodu Burger.
What?
I'm calling from.
Okay, you're
Ojodu
calling from
Burger.
Ojodu Burger. All right, talk to me.
Yeah. When we're talking about the complexity of marriage, it's something that we need to deal and handle with a whole lot of wisdom. Then, not just the godly, as important as the godly wisdom is, normal day-to-day life activity must also be taken into serious consideration, so that at the end of the day, we will not be in a fix. Do you understand?
I do.
So in the case of this woman, whatever it is that she is doing, talking to the husband, explaining situations to the husband, is not just because she is scared of the brother-in-law. It's for her own sanity, her own freedom, her own conscience, and most importantly, for her children. She might go to the extent of doing this. At the end of the day, she might lose the marriage. But in as much as she gets herself out of the bondage that she's not supposed to be, because as far as that young man is there, he will keep doing whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, he will be benefiting from every other thing. He might say, okay, if you don't do this, I will tell your husband, I need money. If you don't give me money out, at the end of the day, the woman might just be a losing cause. So the best advice I think she should take is to open up to the husband for her own sanity, not because of the terrible situation that the brother-in-law wanted to walk to put in.
Yeah,
I just think that's my own opinion.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Ooh, thank you for your contribution. Right. So time check. It's 53 minutes past 8 p.m. today. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
My name is Nelson. I'm calling from
Your name is Nelson.
Nelson.
Sorry?
Nelson,
Nelson. All right, Nelson. You're calling from Ojodu.
Ogun State,
Okay, Ogun State. Oh, where in Ogun State?
Ijebu.
Ijebu.
Ijebu
All right.
Ode.
Okay, Ijebu Ode. Okay. All right. So this is to let
No,
you know that we
I
get
just
we go all
called
the way
to
to
say, I don't know why sometimes I usually feel so depressed,
feel so depressed.
yes, about my life, and sometimes I just feel like let me just end my life with
Why?
the way things
Why?
are just going.
Why do you say so? Are you married?
I'm married with 2 kids.
So what's causing the depression?
At times, I sometimes even to wake up on the bed, I just feel like even to have my bath is really hard for
So
me.
what do you think led to the depression?
It's just the whole thing that has been happening with me.
Okay, you know what? Can you send me a DM on 0909-916-4403 so that I can
To where?
continue? 0909
0909
916
916
4403.
4403.
Yes, 0909-916-4403, and then we can talk about your discuss your issue
Okay.
offline. Okay. All right, Nelson, take it easy.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
Wow.
Could you turn down the volume of your radio, please?
Yes, I just did.
Okay.
My name is Teresa.
Your name is
Teresa.
Teresa. All right, Teresa. Hello.
Good evening.
Did you follow
Okay.
the story?
Yes, I did. I followed the story. I'm in traffic.
Okay.
But all I want to say, I was just saying the woman should say the truth. The woman should say the truth. Is anybody thinking the husband would have set the woman up?
You think the
This woman
husband?
has been sexually stabbed, and what if she falls? She needs to be smart about it. She needs to tell her husband she wants to say something, be ready for the repercussion whatsoever. And at the same time, she needs to set up the brother-in-law. What do I mean? Tell her husband, yes, I know you might not want to hear me. I want you to know this was not my fault. Tell everybody you are traveling. Come and see the stunt your brother-in-law wants to. Or your brother wants to. What the stunt your brother is trying to prove on me. And before she does that, I will advise her that she should have the backing of probably her in-laws. She should have somebody her husband respect that she needs to confide in first. Because she still needs the husband to sponsor the student's education and things like that. So,
why do you think she should set her brother-in-law up?
Because the husband needs to know that she did not trigger this thing. You should just say, oh, sorry, I slept with your brother. Why did you do that? But now, I was on my own. He came.
But she could have said no. She could have said an adamant no.
I'm a married woman.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it means to be sexually sound.
I know, but I also know, and I'm sure that you also will not consider or think about sleeping with your brother-in-law, even if you want to cheat on your husband.
Definitely. It wasn't her fault.
Yes.
But your husband should know that this is your brother. He's not a good person either. Why will you stretch forth a hand of sex to your brother?
Oh, but she can say no. I wish we had more. You know what? I wish, Teresa. I wish we had a little more time to dissect this, because of course, I'm not blaming. We're not going to blame her, but we will pick out some loopholes. First of all, when she went into the bathroom, she should have locked the door. If you're home alone,
we don't live with them.
I'm sorry.
We don't know what goes on. We don't live with them.
Yeah.
The bathroom might be inside their matrimonial bedroom.
Right.
It might be out of the band for the husband.
Correct.
For the brother.
Correct.
So, what we're trying to say now is she needs to tell her husband, yes, the truth.
Yes.
But the husband needs to understand that your brother is not a good person either.
Okay.
That's it for me. I'm not saying I want to prove that I'm a good person telling you. Yes, I have made this thing. I have made it wrong. But if I'm saying it might not be. Let's put your brother to test and come and see with your brother. And at the same time, she needs the backing of somebody older.
Teresa, I'm sure you know the husband will not take it that, oh yeah, my brother did it and so you're a saint and
that
you're free.
That is why she needs the backing of someone the husband respects. She's not going to just fill the bills out of the bag. How do they say it? If your husband respects the Nico, you have first seized that place. Because now you have made a mistake, but you're trying to be free. And you need to make your husband know that this is your brother. So bad. Sorry, I'm in Yoruba.
It's okay. I'm enjoying it. Kubado. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. All right. That's a different twist that she's bringing it from. But hey, so she's saying that, more like set up the brother-in-law with her own husband as the guy's brother. Okay. But I'm sure the guy will say, oh yeah, but why did you not run, or why didn't you scream? Or it could take a lot of twist. Hello. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Namondo. I'm calling from Lekki Phase 2.
Your name is Namondo?
Yeah.
Okay, Lekki Phase 2. All right. Go ahead, talk to me.
Listening to those men that ask the woman to just open up to the husband, they are advising this thing based on the kind of, let's assume it's happening to them. They're not going to be happy. So they want to hear everything that is happening in their family. They are not advising these women based on what's going to be the outcome of their marriage tomorrow. This is Buhari. Life is not easy. Everywhere is difficult. What about if these women all just get up and open up and the husband chase this lady away? Life is going to become miserable for her.
Okay, so calm down, Namundo. So what are you advising?
My advice is this. Let this lady look for anybody that the husband is loyal to, very, very loyal, that in any situation, in any circumstance, the husband is now going to succumb and listen to that person. First, go to that person. Tell that person, either the pastor, if it is a Muslim, the imam or whatever, even the father-in-law, if they're so close to each other, or his or her own father. Let him tell him everything that he's telling us right now. And then they're going to gather people. It's not just one person or two people. They're going to gather like 2-3 people. Go and talk to the husband secretly first, and tell him, come, put yourself in the shoe of this woman. If you were in this woman's shoe, you might do worse more than this. It is not easy for a woman to be starved. A man can stay without having sex for quite a long time, but a woman is not going to be that easy. They're going to whine and put words in her heart that once she listens, she might decide to calm down before they can just open up. You cannot just tell this woman, go and open up. No, they're going to chase this woman away, and life is not easy.
So bottom line is she's still going to tell the man anyhow she chooses, isn't it? Whoever would help her tell. So without the point is that she's going to tell the man, but she's not going to go directly herself to the man.
Exactly, but she don't have to go directly to the man. The man is not going to take it. Even me, I cannot take it. I'm not going to take it. You got it.
All right, I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Mamundo. Thank you so much.
No.
Namundo. My apologies. Cross River. But your accent sounds quite British or something.
It is because of where I grew up. I did not grow up in this place. That is why.
All right. Thank you, Namundo. Thanks for your contribution. Right. Okay. Well, anyhow, all these contributions mean that she should tell the husband. Directly or indirectly, she should tell the husband. That's where we are. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Kende.
Your name is Kende. Where are you calling from?
Ogba.
Ogba. All right, talk to me.
Yeah, I've been following what you are discussing about. What I see is, I don't know if the husband still has maybe parents, maybe mother or father. And that's because my advice is just for the wife to approach the father, our father-in-law, rather, to approach him, just tell him everything that has happened. Understand? As a father, because we fathers, you understand, we know how we handle matters like that. I believe if the father hears that kind of story from the wife, the father can take it up. He can even jail or lock that guy up. Because I don't know, because before I got married, before I stayed on my own, before I get to this stage I am now, I've been living, I lived with my cousin, my brother, my elder brother, a cousin of mine. I lived with him for like 4 years with his wife and kids. Hello?
Are you blaming the brother-in-law?
Yes.
Why? But it takes two to tango. Why? Yeah.
Not to talk of your brother.
And a married woman should respect herself. A married woman should be respected. A married woman should respect herself as well.
We don't really know the beginning of the story. Either maybe it was the wife that approached the brother, or it was the brother that approached. You understand? But nevertheless, even if the wife approaches, it is the responsibility of a man. If my brother's wife approaches me to talk about maybe sexual whatever, I will just walk with my brother. Brother, his wife, you are just calling your wife. Do you know what she has done to me? It's like free. Because I should protect my brother's right for that marriage. I'm forcing that guy. That guy is the devil.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
But that's that woman. People have been calling and talking about the woman. If you have also for that guy, that guy is the devil. When we have affection for your married woman, not to talk of your brother's wife, it means he can have affection for his mother.
I get the angle you're coming from. So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying thank you.
People have election for your family's wife, for your family.
I get your angle.
It's wrong.
Thank you, Kende. Thanks a lot for your contribution.
All right.
Thank you. I get the angle Kende is coming from, but what I don't want us to do is to apportion, or rather to put the blame on only the man. Okay, it takes two to tango. two of them performed the act. If I go over the case study or the story and we start to dissect it bit by bit, we're not going to have too much time, because I will start from when she said that the guy came to sit beside her, right beside her, and they were watching a romantic movie. I'll pick it from there. Why would she? I mean, even though she said, "Oh, yeah, I know that I shouldn't. It's not appropriate for me to watch a romantic movie with my brother-in-law." So it was at that point when she knew that she could have taken precautions. So we can dissect it different ways. But the bottom line is, one person is not at fault. Both of them are at fault. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Then your friend, please, can you just allow me to say one or two words to
I'm
ask
sorry?
what I was saying? Then your friend, can you just allow me to say one or two words in addition to what I was saying, please?
Who am I speaking with? What's your name?
It's Namundo.
Okay, hi.
Thanks in a million. This situation that man found himself, I was in that kind of situation as well. When I came out first, I moved to Calabar. I came together with my elder brother. He was 49. I am 38 down. And this guy got a beautiful, very wife, beautiful girlfriend. We stayed together. My elder brother drove his jeep to where to work, Prado. And this lady moved into my room. I am telling you, but I got the truth. It's not a thousand.
Okay, Mamundo.
The lady. And I did not do nothing with him. So we got to blame on both sides. The guy made a mistake as well.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. But
Thank
if
you.
you want to go straight to the point, the lady made a move. The lady made a move. But that's the reason why they got it.
Both of them made a mistake. Yeah. Thank you so much, Namundo. I can. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Could you turn down the volume of your radio, please?
Yeah, I already did. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Faith. I'm calling from Iyanokbaja.
Okay, all right. Talk to me, Faith.
Okay, my contribution. First off, the woman was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually wrong for the touch. But that aside, I also want to blame the brother-in-law. Why? Because I feel this whole thing is a thought of something. It has been a well thought out process. It didn't just occur. Because I'm feeling that the guy probably has been watching the brother's wife to know that, okay, this woman is lacking something for him to just pull through like that. Fine. I will want her to sit the husband down and talk to the husband. I know it's going to be very difficult, that I know, but she has to. First, to free her conscience from all this. And secondly, to beat the brother-in-law to it. Because really, the brother-in-law will want to blackmail her with the whole thing. And at the end of the day, she will regret it. So she should just talk to the husband and see how it goes. Or call an elder in the family if she's so scared to do that. Then both of them can do the talking. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Faith, for your contribution. Ooh. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? It's who? Okay, hi, Omotola. Go ahead. Talk to me.
I'm fine. Yeah. So the last caller now, she said something that her brothers, her husband brothers, is looking at the woman that she's lack of something. What does she lack for?
Say that again.
The last caller now, she mentioned she's taken by mate now that the brother of the husband be looking at the woman that
you need to turn down the volume of your radio. Could you just turn it down a bit, because I can hear an echo. There's an echo in your background. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
So she said something now. Maybe her brother's husband, she's looking at his wife that maybe the woman she's lack of something. I don't get what she's trying to say over there.
Okay, you want me to explain? So what Faith was implying is that even the brother-in-law was probably been, maybe the word eyeing or shadowing or whatever, the brother's wife, and probably again observed that she's lacking something, which is, of course, maybe a sexual intimacy. Yes.
I got you now, but to the extent to get to think that as a married man, actually, I tell you something that I have similar things like that, but my own is not too much that I think. I have a daughter that stays with me. The other time I'm not around, she lives under my roof. And I thank God, such a thing has not come up. But so they say that
Okay, you have a brother that stays with you, and you never had such incident.
at all.
Okay, thank God. Thank God.
So what I'm saying now is the woman's fault. It's from both the two parties.
Yeah.
For you to the extent that you sit down together, to be watching
It's
all
both.
these
It's both their
thing
fault.
or Telemundo, all those things.
It's both their fault. Thank you. Oh, I lost. Well, at least you finished the contribution there. Thank you so much, Omotola. City 1051 FM. We are your number one lifestyle station. Time check. It's 12 minutes past 9 p.m. today. The is the 11th of November 2021. Wow. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where you calling
Yeah,
from?
good evening, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Anonymous again.
Anonymous.
Yes, I called earlier, first caller.
Oh, the first caller, Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous,
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
think, sorry, ma, there is something some people, maybe they did not follow the story from the beginning. Because I started with you from the beginning. And I heard the story, the way you narrate the story was that she has already started complaining of her husband's sexual life. She has already started complaining that they were not actually having it often the way she wanted it. So you see, for me, for my own view, she has already given in to this whole thing before this thing happened. And probably I see no reason. I'm not casting any blame to anybody. But I see no reason why a married woman lonely with her brother-in-law feel comfortable to watch a romantic movie.
That's what I'm saying.
That
That's
is my own point. Something
that's what I'm saying.
I've already started from the mind. Then on the last point, when she went to bathe in the bedroom, why didn't she lock the door?
That's what I'm saying.
If she was not ready to give room to anything.
Exactly.
So she has already built up ground for the guy, and the guy has already played on her own emotions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was how the whole thing.
Yeah.
That we are all adults. We shouldn't just be. My own final judgment is that she should go to the husband and open it up. Whether she will save the marriage or not save the marriage is not my business. To make sure that this thing, she will leave to tell the story some other time. Not to save the marriage. Saving the marriage is not where the issue is this time around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good evening. My name is Olatunji.
Your name is?
I'm calling from Ikeja. My name is Olatunji. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Olatunji. All right, Olatunji.
I think from my own point of view, what is wrong is wrong. They are both wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
They are both wrong.
Exactly.
You as a married woman, nothing in this world should make you even try. Even if you want to do rubbish, you can't do it to your own brother, your own husband, brother.
That's it.
It's completely wrong and it's not acceptable.
That's it.
And even the brother, for you to even have, I don't know,
think about it. Yeah, conceive it. Yeah.
For your brother's wife.
Yeah.
That is wrong. Yeah. It's wrong. Yeah. So it's not a case of who is wrong, who is right.
Yeah.
What they did is morally wrong and it's not acceptable.
Exactly.
But what's wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
So there's nobody. The fault is from both of them.
Yeah.
So they have it in mind that it was going to happen and it happened.
Yeah.
So you can't really apportion blame.
Even if they did not have it in mind that it was going to happen and they probably found themselves like right in the middle of it about to happen, somebody should say no and walk out of it because it's inappropriate.
Yeah, for me, to be honest with you, it doesn't happen that way. It must be in your mind somewhere before it can happen. It's not just something that can just happen like that.
You must have conceived the
one
idea.
Or two things. Yeah, like based on what you
anyway,
said.
Sex starts
one or
from
two
the
things.
mind.
Yes, that must have led to that fact.
Thank you.
And for instance, let me give you an example. Before I got married,
my wife, I think maybe she didn't trust my person. I'm an outgoing guy, but you see, the fear of God, I don't joke with it. But if you look at me from afar, you would not see that in me. You understand? And I try as much as possible to make her realize, but women, she felt maybe I was just telling lies. So what she did before we got married, she actually, I think 2 weeks before we got married, she went to Abuja, and before she went to Abuja, she invited her cousin to my house, a lady. And when she went to Abuja, she left the lady in my house. So this lady, I don't know, but this lady, at night when I come back from work, you see her wearing nightgown without wearing undies. Several moves. One day I had to call her and I tell her, why are you always dressing like a when you see me? It's wrong. What are you trying to do?
That's it.
So please stop it. I don't like it. You understand?
And I'm sure you stopped it. That's it.
Exactly. You're making me uncomfortable.
That's it.
And she apologized. And immediately, I didn't tell my wife to be. I didn't tell my wife. No, let me do my wife. I didn't tell her. But when she came back from Abuja, and I sat her down, I said, see, this person you brought to the house, this is what the person was doing. I don't like it. Don't bring this kind of people to my house anymore because I'm human.
Serious matter.
Is she trying to tempt me or what?
That's it.
I don't like it. It's inappropriate. So you as a person, if you have the fear of God in you, that kind of temptation should not even come to your head.
That's it. That's it. I use Joseph and Potiphar's wife as an example. Joseph fled. He could have done it, but he fled. Because he felt it was inappropriate. Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I think they're both wrong.
Yeah, they're both wrong. Thank you so much. Thank you, Olatunji. Thank you. All right, so I'm not going to take any more calls. I'm sorry. Okay, I have one more caller. I'm just going to take this last call because I want to dissect the case. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Oh, hello. I lost the call. Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Yes, sir. Omotola.
Ma?
Okay, you had called before?
Yes, ma.
Oh, okay. All right.
So finally, my brother that called, the last caller, sorry, the person you just called, at least he has finalized everything. The both of them, they are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, seriously,
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
They are wrong.
Thank you.
Because my fear is that, in first place, I asked him, I hope the woman has children. He say yes. So it will not be the situation that when the guy try to get the woman anymore, and I didn't pursue anything to happen. Maybe she has a grown-up daughter. The guy he can jump on his daughter.
I don't think, I'm not sure. I don't think it will go to that extent. But anyway, well, we never can say never. But thank you so much, Omotola. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, so City 1051 FM. Time check tonight is 20 minutes past the hour of 9 p.m. I will just take this last call and that's it. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Oribe. My name is Rabi.
Your name is?
Rabi.
Raleigh.
Rabi, yes.
Rabi.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Talk to me.
All right. I'm listening for what you are saying concerning this matter of this woman and this man. Actually, the problem is coming from both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Yes, because the problem is coming from the man. If he wants to be dirty, he can be dirty outside his house.
Yeah.
Not inside his house. And the same for the woman. If she needs to be in a shower, she can be outside her house. Not inside her house is the brother of her husband. So the problem is coming from both of them. So allow him to keep her door open, and the toilet and all this one. The problem coming from both of them. So you can't blame one of them. You can blame both of them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Rabi. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Okay. So let's dissect it one at a time, one after the other, very quickly in 6 minutes. So, the story started with her saying that her husband is much older than her, and the husband has been divorced previously, and the reason for his first divorce is because the ex-wife cheated on him. Okay, so meaning that as a good woman who doesn't want the same thing to repeat to her, rather the same thing to happen to her or repeat itself in her own case, she should avoid that sort of thing from happening, because she did say that the husband always complains bitterly about women who cheat on their husbands. She said it's something that he cannot forgive. So she knew that her husband will not forgive her if she cheats on him. So I think this actually already breaks it. This is a deal breaker. Why then did she go ahead to do it? So you see, it's not like we're blaming her, but again, we're picking it that, okay, right, you know that this man is like this, is wired like this, so you should have avoided it by all means. It might not have been very easy for you, but to save your face and to save your marriage, you should not have gone into it in the first. Anyways, let's go ahead. So then they started to have sex issues. She said she went to meet the GO. She started praying about it, and then the man was supposed to have been taking some supplements, but because it has high blood pressure, he had high blood pressure, so he couldn't be taking the drugs anymore. Okay, and then that's when she felt that there was a problem, because the man doesn't sleep with her. Their sex life dwindled and really went very bad, and all that. So, and that's when the brother-in-law came in. So the brother-in-law came into the home to live with them. Right. So again, she said, when the guy came back from work one day, she was watching a movie. It was a romantic scene. The guy came to sit beside her. Why did she not get up? Okay. Why didn't she avoid it? Why didn't she flee? Okay. All right. I'll see you. And then, okay, she eventually got up. She went upstairs into her bedroom to take a shower. Why did she not lock the door? She knows that maybe the only two people or two adults in the house at that time was herself and her brother-in-law. So she could have locked the door just to protect herself, protect her marriage, protect her husband, protect her children. You know, she had everything within her, honestly, to protect herself. Okay. Now, the brother-in-law came upstairs, went into her room. What audacity! How on earth would he be so audacious to go into her room? Went in, saw her naked. Again, she probably couldn't hold it. She's been sex starved. Yes, we'll say, okay, well, you don't blame her. She's been sex starved, blah, blah, blah. And then one thing led to the other. They had sex. Sometimes when we make a mistake, I'm always like, why should you make another mistake? So they did it consecutively for 4 days. It was after the 4 days when her husband came back that the guilt set in. Hey. So, you know, there are many loopholes, angles to look at it from. Of course, I'm talking about, you know, as a woman, we're supposed to be virtuous woman. We're supposed to be pious. We're supposed to be the home, nurturers, you know, the ones that look after the home. We're supposed to be examples. So in as much as that could have been so tempting, I think that she had every opportunity to prevent that from happening. Now, her brother-in-law, of course, is no saint. From all the discussions the men said, is very, very silly to have even conceived the idea. I mean, how on earth would you sleep with your brother's wife? It's such an abomination. I'm sure if they are from a village that when such things happen is a taboo, and maybe somebody would die and da 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 da. I mean, what would he say? So, you know, just to say that both of them are absolutely wrong to have allowed that to happen. So I'm saying it from the woman's angle, that no matter how tempted you are, okay, well, I'm not for a woman to cheat on her husband, but even if you decide to even fall, you know where you're going to do it, you know, at least outside, far, as they say. I don't advise it, you know, and then not talk of your brother-in-law. That is quite unpardonable, because if she eventually tells her husband, it would take only the grace of God for the man not to divorce her. You know, it's bad enough that she cheated. Then she cheated with his brother. How is he going to forgive her? And how will he now decide to move on even after forgiving her? He'll still stay with her. Then he'll still be looking at his brother, blah, blah, and all of those things. So it's going to take God's beautiful grace for the man to forgive her and, you know, put it aside and continue the marriage. But like we all said, like all the callers have advised, the best thing for her is to go to her husband, damn all the consequences, because she needs to free her conscience and tell the man what has just transpired. I know that you've always condemned women that cheat. I know this, I know that, but I need to let you know what has just happened. Again, to protect, her conscience, to be repentant, be remorseful about it, and also so that the brother-in-law does not use it to blackmail her in future. It's quite a complicated case. So my advice finally, because the show is going to round up in 2-3 minutes, is that one of my callers talked about his wife starving him of sex. Women, I do not know why we think that it's appropriate to starve our husbands of sex. If there's an issue between both of you, then you try and resolve it amicably. But sex shouldn't be the weapon where you think that you want to punish the man. It's absolutely wrong. These are the things or instances or scenarios that cause problems in marriages. Try as much as possible to resolve the problem without using sex as a bait or as a weapon or as a tool of punishment for the man if he does something wrong. And for men as well, if you think that you're having issues or difficulty getting your erection, or if you have low libido and all of those, then you need to seek help. Do not just stay in the marriage and starve your wife. Women, like to have sex when they want to have sex. So as a man, be ready to give your woman the sex as and when she needs it. I think I've been very fair tonight. I've talked to both parties and we've balanced the conversation. So we will continue the conversation next week. I'm going to bring us another interesting case study that we will dissect. I'm really enjoying this that we're doing. I appreciate all my callers. Thank you. And all the listeners, thank you so much. So this show makes a return next week, Thursday at 8:30 p.m. My big apologies if I did not pick your call or read your WhatsApp message tonight. I do apologize. I'm sure that you noticed that the phone lines were buzzing back to back to back to back. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. See you next time. God bless you.
Talk to me with Adedoja Allen.